California, the state of sunshine, beaches, theme parks, and trash. Lots and lots of trash. But more than that, California lately has not been the sunshine state it always is.
Breaking news out of California today is devastating and historic rains.
California now, where there is no end in sight to the waves of powerful storms hitting the Golden State.
That deadly flooding emergency right here in California, bringing real concern for millions in California yet again.
Again in California, severe weather there.
California, the state already hit hard by catastrophic flooding.
Of emergency in California, where tens of millions are under flood and wind alerts as yet another major storm, a bomb cyclone, as forecasters describe it, threatens the state.
Now, it's not just the rain that's the problem. It's these storm drains getting clogged and contaminated by trash that isn't disposed of correctly, causing something called stormwater pollution. Now, you may be wondering, what is stormwater pollution? Stormwater pollution is when rainwater transports water off the streets and into water sources like lakes, streams, bays, and our famous Pacific Ocean off the coast. Now, why is this an issue? Because the stormwater is untreated, meaning that it carries waste that pollutes the bodies of water that they end up in. Chemicals, fast food wrappers, cigarette butts, styrofoam cups, sewage overflow, cooking oil, bacteria from pet waste, used motor oil, fertilizers, paint, and construction materials are just some of the examples of the type of pollution stormwater carries. It happens because stormwater systems were originally made to divert rainwater off the streets to prevent flooding, but because this water is untreated, it unfortunately pollutes water sources. You may be wondering, what are some of the things that we do every day that contribute a lot to stormwater pollution? Well, the dirty water and soap from washing your car could end up being an issue if it reaches water sources. Also, the used oil from one oil change or one gas refill of your car can pollute up to 1 million gallons of fresh water. So do not be this guy, because when oil or gasoline is incorrectly disposed of, it can leak from your automobiles, which ultimately contributes greatly to stormwater pollution or cause undesirable bodily harm. Stormwater pollution can be categorized into 4 types: solid waste pollution, sediment pollution, nutrient-rich material pollution, and pathogen pollution. Solid waste pollution is trash that should be contained in landfills. Examples of this are fast food wrappers, cigarette butts, styrofoam cups, and construction materials. Sediment pollution. Sediment pollution is when soil erosion leads to stream contamination. Examples of this are uncovered soil on lawns, gardens, farmland muddy construction sites, poorly maintained dirt and gravel roads, and negligent logging practices. This can be prevented by covering bare soil with crop residues or mulches. Nutrient-rich material pollution consists of nitrogen and phosphorus that cause plant and algae blooms. Examples of this are fertilizers and eroded soil. Pathogens. Pathogens are harmful bacteria, protozoa, and viruses. Sources of these are animal waste and home septic systems. This can be prevented by cleaning after pets and managing septic systems before they get too full.
Stormwater pollution degrades water quality. This type of pollution contaminates a large amount of water at a time. Cigarette butts travel into water systems and can end up in the stomachs of marine animals like fish, birds, and whales who are unlucky enough to mistake them for food. Cigarette butts are one of the most littered items in America, so there is a large supply that animals can mistake for food. Other items that hurt marine animals are the plastic loops that accompany 6-packs of canned drinks. How does this affect people? Stormwater pollution affects the water quality of the ocean. This can cause beach closures because of the unsafe water conditions. Swimming in this contaminated water can cause earaches, sinus issues, diarrhea, fever, and rashes.
Or this.
Stormwater pollution can cause flooding in communities. When debris flows to storm drains through rainwater, they become clogged. Since the water has nowhere to go, flooding occurs. This can damage nearby property. I'm here with Ruby, and we're here to talk about stormwater pollution. So, do you know what stormwater pollution is?
Not really.
Stormwater pollution is when pollutants are carried with rainwater into storm drains, and that can go into our waterways. So like it's a way of pollutants getting into our waterways, and because some of the pollution is like solid and larger, so like styrofoam cups, food wrappers, that type of thing, it can clog drains, and that can lead to flooding in communities. So knowing that, what's your opinion on stormwater pollution?
I think it's definitely bad for our environment because it can cause flooding, and I've definitely seen it happen, like a bunch of trash on like stormwater drains. And for the flooding part, I mean, it doesn't really rain.
So, but now with the recent rain that we've had, I feel like this year we've had more rain compared to other years. And do you think that this is a bigger issue now?
Yeah, but like, I guess so.
Yeah.
I'm here with Sean, and
I'm
here to talk to him about stormwater pollution. So, do you know what stormwater pollution is?
I have an idea, but I don't think I do, no.
Okay, so stormwater pollution is when it rains and like that water carries pollutants into storm drains, so
Right.
now that goes into the ocean. So what do you think about stormwater pollution now knowing what it is?
That sounds unpleasant. I think we should take steps to minimize that.
Okay.
Don't forget to sweep driveways instead of hosing them, because the water can run off and carry unwanted items into storm drains, like so. Manually water your lawn or use adjusted sprinklers to prevent overwatering your lawn. If the water is running off, you are using too much. We don't want water carrying anything it shouldn't into storm drains. Recycle your used motor oil. And lastly, clean up your oil spills.
Ah, he's a little excited, isn't he?
Mater?
And that's just about it. Just be considerate and clean up after yourself. That way we can have a safe, clean, and sufficient stormwater system throughout our state. And trust me,
You can do it! 'Cause I could never